Alrighty, so the good news is that I managed to get out to the beach this morning to do the day in the life of the sun follow-up video. It was very interesting, very interesting. Managed to get a couple of videos while I was out there, so that's one of the difficult bits done. I find the difficult parts are the sunrise. One, because you've got to get out there so early, and two, and the sunset ones. Because of the cloud, there always seems to be cloud in the afternoon, and there always seems to be cloud on the horizon in the morning. So that's the hard bit done. So that's good, but predictably it's come over cloudy now. I don't know if you can see the sun behind me there. Just over that tree, yeah, there it is. You can sort of see it just over that tree, just where my shoulder is there. That's where it is. So we can't see it, but it's only about 7 o'clock. So that's okay. I hope it might break up and we can still do it, still do the video in its entirety. I want to talk today about the battle for our minds, our hearts and our spirits, and what sort of lengths they're going to achieve this. So I've mentioned on videos previously that, and just one way that manifests really is the fact that when I do these videos, I've got to make sure that no one's around me. No one can hear me because people think I'm an idiot with the stuff that I'm saying. Well, I assume they do because of society. People don't generally hear me do these videos live. But because of what we've been told in society and what the man on the TV said, the things that I'm saying, I'm portrayed as some sort of lunatic. So that's one way all this manifests. But just the extraordinary lengths they're going to. So I finally had that absolute confirmation yesterday about Richie from Boston. He puts out some amazing information that's correct. He puts out a lot of good stuff about chemtrails and the AI agenda and the trans agenda and all that sort of stuff. Some good info that stands up. You go and do your own research, it stands up. So he's selling us a lot of good information that you can really rely on. But yesterday it's obvious that he's a Freemason. In the comments section there, yes, I think it was 6 minutes 40 into his video. Yeah, yesterday he clearly flashes the 666, and it wasn't AOK because it had no context. He was complaining about being a Wi-Fi victim or something, and he just flashes the 666. So that's not AOK because he was complaining. So it had no context in the video, so it was clear what he was doing. And he's got those logos at the top of his van. And I mentioned in the comments, somebody in one of the comments mentioned that he. What they were, and then I said to this fella who made the comment, I said it's clear he did this at the 6 minute 40 mark, and he said, oh, it looked like the AOK sign to me, looks fine. And I said to this bloke, I said it's clearly obvious now why you know so much about those logos and so much about Freemasonry. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to take the comments down. Because I'm not about that anymore, and also I'll probably get my channel barred because I've spoken out on a Freemason channel, and that's how it rolls. But just the extraordinary lengths they're going to. So he puts out all of this good information, but it's controlled. So if they're a Freemason and if they're controlled opposition, you've got to analyse the term, and you've got to realise who these Freemasons are. They're controlled opposition, so they're designed to tell you what they want you to hear to veer you away from the truth. So he's throwing in lies. So you can't rely on his information because some of it's lies and some of it's truth. Okay. Another way it manifested was Carter Conlon from Times Square Church. I mean, even when you say the name Conlon, and it's got the CC in it, and it took me a while, but some of his messages were really uplifting for me. They really helped me during the time I was saved, and I was sort of, when you first get saved, I look back and I'm only 6 months in. But when you first get saved, a lot of things are confusing and everybody else is further advanced and you don't understand why you're not getting the gifts they are and all this sort of stuff. And he helped me through a couple of times and I think put me on the right path. I feel like I'm on the right path here. But, and then he just gets up there one day and says he was saved at 33. His name's Conlon. He's got the CC in his name. He does the Masonic hand signs when he preaches, and they're good messages. Like mainly what I can hear. So the lengths they're going to, to conceal the truth from you at the moment are absolutely extreme. Why? Why do they want your soul? Why? Why do they want you to know not truth? It's because the truth is their enemy. I think there's two reasons. One, we're their slaves and they need to control our minds. So that video I did the other day on the Pope about your worth as a human being is how much work you do and how much tax you pay. That's what they want us to think. And that's one of the reasons why they feed us shit. And the other reason is the truth is their enemy, and that's the glory of Christ. So to me, this is where the globe really is the flashpoint of all this stuff, because the globe is by far the most popular, the most invested in conspiracy theory out there. Like, it's clear when I do a flat earth video, I'm just attacked by trolls. I'm attacked by people pushing the globe. The views go through the roof. I can do 5 videos and not get the same views on that. All that video was yesterday. It was 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes to say that I was going to do a Path of the Sun video. I don't think I mentioned flat earth in it. It may have been in the title. It wasn't about flat earth. It was about trying to understand the path of the sun in the sky. And it got like over 50 views and all these comments, and I was attacked, and people come on saying they're pointing something at the North Pole and saying that because I can't see some star in the sky, it must be a globe or some shit, you know. And they just defend it. And that's, to me, that is ground zero. That the globe is ground zero for this. Because if that falls, if that domino falls and enough people accept the lie, there's going to be enough people like me who go, mine was the moon landing. I went, oh, hello, they've lied to us here. What else are they lying about, you know? And then it went on from there, and the dominoes just fell one by one, and I found Christ, you know? So that's what they're trying to do. The other one's 9/11. 9/11's a big one. People sort of understand that. Go and have a look at the footage. It was on CBS, the first year anniversary in Ground Zero. There's footage there where they're walking out. It was the ceremony. It was the official ceremony of 9/11 on September 11, 2002. And a whole heap of people go out there and they form the all-seeing eye. They form the shape of an all-seeing eye. And no one batted an eyelid. Go and have a look at it. It's true. It's true. You know, and people, that's the thing. These dominoes fall. The flat Earth's the big one. 9/11's probably the second one. And then once you realise that, go have a look at World War II. And then you get to where I am now, and I've had the flick switch big time. Jesus has flicked them. I'm having the great reveal right now, and it's magnificent. I thought this type of information, this type of education that I'm receiving now, I thought it'd do my head in, but far from the truth. Far from the truth. It's the complete opposite to that. I want more. I want more truth, and I just want to keep walking towards truth. So be careful who you get your information from. Even people you trust, sometimes they're misguided because they don't understand, and they don't understand the depth of the lies. So you really need to find, if you're going to fellowship with someone, make sure, get to know them first. Make sure they're legit. Make sure they're heading you on the right path, because there's two things at play here: those who actively deceive and those who are deceiving through their ignorance or through their lack of knowledge. So there's quite a bit going on. I started this YouTube channel just so I could, partly for my kids, to be honest. So in future years, because my kids don't talk to me, and at the moment I don't care for them because they're being immature. But anyway, in years to come, they'll come to understand that I'm not a monster. And part of the reason I started this channel was for my kids, so they can look back in years' time and they can get to know their father in those years where they didn't know him. But it's morphed on from that. It's now morphed on where I'm getting some serious spiritual guidance, direction, collaboration with some like-minded people, which is fantastic. You trolls, you people out there who are attacking me, that's fine. You keep going. That's your game. I'll just keep throwing the scripture at you. And it's funny, you throw the scripture at people, it seems to shut them up. Particularly now that I'm walking with Christ. It wouldn't have happened before. They would have thought I was some sort of religious nut, but not now. Not now. The scripture just beats you all. Again, I reiterate, anyone who thinks there's a globe, go and read Exodus 20. Genesis 1 through 10. It's all there. It's all there. So they're going to extraordinary lengths. They're going to extraordinary lengths, these Freemasons, these people with their controlled opposition. So just be careful where you get your information. And for me, it's always the Bible. You go back to the Bible. But even with the Bible, you've got to be careful because there's a lot you don't understand. I started to learn about the various covenants yesterday and the ram. the ram in Genesis 22 was Jesus. That just hit me like a ton of bricks. I thought, whoa, that just changes everything. You know? So be careful where you get your info, read the Bible, and walk with Christ always.